Hello everyone, I'm Nehal from WS Cube Tech, and in this video you're going to learn that how you can just simply plot your data by using the matplotlib library. So in the previous lecture we have just seen about the introduction of this particular library, that is matplotlib, and we even saw that how you can just import this particular library, that is how you can just install this thing by making use of this paper, that is package manager. We just downloaded this particular library and we just have imported this thing. Okay, so I will just start with that thing that I will just import my package. So I will simply say import matplotlib, and what I will simply do is I will just say that matplotlib.pyplot. So basically what I'm doing over here is that instead of just importing the entire matplotlib package, I'm just importing this particular pyplot. Okay, so this pyplot is nothing but it is a sub module of our matplotlib package, and this pyplot consists of the various methods that we're going to just see in a couple of minutes, that what all methods our pyplot just provide us with. And by you making use of this pyplot, you can just function your this matplotlib can just function like a matlab. So if you're just familiar with your matlab thing, so all those methods are included in this pyplot. So I'm just going to import this pyplot submodule instead of just importing the entire matplotlib package over here. And what I will simply do is I will just give this alias name, that is a short name, that is as PLT. Okay. So we have known this thing alias name over here. So instead of just typing this matplotlib.pyplot dot and the method, so I can simply say that PLT dot and the method name. All right. So like we have done with the NumPy and pandas over here. So we were simply importing the NumPy library as NP. Okay. So that was the alias name we were giving, the short name. So similarly, I've given this the alias name as PLT. So you can give any name of your choice over here. All right. So this first line, I hope this makes sense. So I'm just saying that import matplotlib.pyplot submodule, which is the part of the matplotlib package. All right. So once I've imported this package onto my system, so what I will simply do over here is that now I just want to make use of the method which is under my pyplot. So I will just say that now this pyplot matplotlib.pyplot, I will call it this as with PLT. So if I just say PLT dot, and you can see these are all the methods which comes under the pyplot. Okay, which is a part of matplotlib. So we want to just plot a graph. Okay, so I'm just going to make use of this PLT dot plot method over here. And now inside this, I need to pass the x-axis data and the y-axis data, or you can simply call that x-axis values and the y-axis values. All right. So first we are going to see that you can just pass that values in the form of list. So say on the x-axis, I'm just passing it in the form of list. So say I just give it as 10, 20, 30, 40. All right. So these are the values over my x-axis, okay, the horizontal. And over the y-axis, that is the vertical, I want the values as say 100, 200, 300, 400. Okay. And inside this plot, I will just pass these values. Okay. So x and y. All right. That's it. So this was about the plot, and now in order to show this plot, we make use of the method that is show. So I'm just going to say plt dot show. That's it. So as I said that this about this PLT, that we are going to see that what all methods is provide. So as we just move on, I will just let you guys know that what all methods it has provided. So as for now, we can see that under this PLT we have this plot, and under this PLT we even have show. All right. And now if I just run this thing, so you can see over here that we got this plot, that is a graph, you can see. Okay. So on the x-axis, you are seeing that it is 10, then 20, then 30 and 40. All right. And similarly on the y-axis, you can see 100, 200, 300, 400. So this is 100, 200, 300, 400. All right. And just as you can see that in the right hand side, if you just observe, so over here, okay, just observe over here. So you can see that when I say at, so this is at 1000. Okay. So this is 1000. I'll just move this bit here. Okay. So this is 1000. Then we have here somewhere we have this over 20 we have 200. Okay, so over 20 see 200, then over 30 we have this 300. Okay, so 30 and 300. Okay, as soon as I just move on my mouse cursor over here, and at the last you can see at 40, okay, it is 400. Okay, so likewise you can just see this x and y values over here. So this is a simple graph that we have plotted by just mentioning the x and y values. That is, x will be on the horizontal and y will be vertical. And these are the values over here: 10, 20, 30, 40. And on the y axis, we are having 100, 200, 300, and 400. All right. So these are nothing but the values I have passed over here in the form of list. Okay. And you can even give the name to this. Suppose that I want the name to this x axis and this y axis and this title over here. So for that, I will just come up over here. Now the another methods that PLT providers with the, you can see that it says that x label. Okay, so I will just call this as x axis. Okay, so this is the another method that is under the PLT, and we are going to see PLT y label. All right, so this will be, I will just name it as y axis. Okay, I even have title over here. So suppose I say PLT dot title. Okay, so these are all the methods which are provided, which comes under pyplot. So uh, just I will just give it as title over here. Okay, and if I just run this thing over here, so you can see that I got this x axis, then y axis, and this title over here. Okay, so this is all about that, how you can just simply plot your data by using matplotlib library. Okay, fine. So we have seen this, that by passing it in the form of list, you can even just pass your this x axis values and y axis values with the help of array. So we have just seen that in order to just create the array, we make use of the NumPy library. So what I will simply do is I will just import that library. So I will just say import numpy, and the alias name I'm giving as np. Okay, so instead of calling numpy dot and the method name, I will just say np dot method. Okay, the short name. All right, and we have already seen that how you can just by there are different ways by which you can just create your arrays over here. All right, so what I will simply do is I will just comment this thing. So I will just say comment, and now I want to just pass those values by making use of array. So I will you can use any of the method. Okay, you can use array. We know that numpy provide us with the array method. Then we have arrange. So I will just make use of the arrange. So what I will simply do is I will just say np dot and arrange. All right, and suppose we want to take the same values over here. Okay, so how I will pass over here? So I will say that start with 10, go till 50, and I will give the difference of 10, that is step size. Okay, like this, and I will just say that now as x. Okay, and similarly for the y, what I will do, I will just say np dot arrange over here, and say I want to take those values only. So I will say start with 100, go till 500. You know why? Because I'm writing this 500 because that is not included. Okay, that is excluded, and I will just say give the difference of 100 over here. And once done with this, now you can see that I'm making use of this I've created an array. Okay, and if I just run this thing, so you can see the same thing is there. Okay, but I've used a different way. Earlier I had made use of list, and now I'm making use of the this array. So you can see on the x axis this value. So this is 10, then so this is 10, then 20, then 30, and 40. Okay, so as I said that when I write 50, so it will go one less than the element, and I've given the step size as 10 over here. And similarly on the y axis, you can see that it is 100, 200, 300, and 400, and not the 500. All right, so this way also you can do. All right, so this was about how you can just create a simple plot by passing your data over here. So this is how you can just visualize your data by making use of the matplotlib library. All right, now more to this, we are going to see the various colors references provided by the matplotlib. So what I simply want to do is I will just remove this thing. Okay, so I just wanted you guys to show that how you can just by making use of the arrays also you can just uh, plot your data. Okay, now I'm just passing this as a list, so no need of writing this also importing this library. All right, I will just keep this thing simple so that uh, you guys understand the concepts first clearly, and then you can just implement those parts over here, and that we have already seen over there. All right, fine. So I will just run this thing once again so that we'll see that nothing is wrong. All right, so we are getting the simple plot. So now I have to introduce you guys about the color references that we have in our matplotlib. So instead of this, this is a default color, okay, over here. So what you can simply do over here inside your plot, okay. So inside your plot, what you can do is you can just say that color, and suppose that I want red. So in the quotation marks, I will just say red, red. All right. And now if I just run this thing, so you can see that I got that line in red color. Okay, so these are the color references. Instead of just writing this entire red, you can simply just say that R. All right, and this will also work fine. Okay, this way. Okay, so I just want to let you guys know that what all the color references we have inside our matplotlib. So I will just come up over here, and these are the color references. Okay, so this you can just say that write like this as B in the quotation mark, as well as you can just write in the same in the quotation mark as blue color. Okay, so B stands for blue, then we have G for green, then R for red, then cyan for this is somewhat color like blue only. Okay, but it is not exactly blue. Okay, we'll just check that out color. Then we have this magenta for M, then we have yellow, then we have black, and we have white. Okay, so these are nothing but the color references. So if I just say that sign, we want to see that color. Okay, and I will just say C, and you can run over here, so you can see this thing. Okay, so this is the color for that thing. So it's not completely blue, it's not green, it's in the between of those things. All right, fine. So these are about the color references over here. Okay, more to this, I want to introduce you guys about the markers we have inside our matplotlib. So what I will simply do is over here is I will just say marker, and inside this I will just say that I want a marker as say ring. Okay, so this is nothing but my circle, and if I just run this thing over here, so you can see that those points. Okay, so that at 10 100. Okay, so this is 10 and this is 100, so I got a marker over here, so this is nothing but my marker. Then at 20 and 200. Okay, so this is the another marker over here. Then we have 30 and 300, so another marker over here, and similarly 40 and 400, so this is the another marker over here. So this is nothing but the marker. Okay, and in matplotlib we have a vast list of these markers over here. So I will just show you guys like what all markers is provided. So I will just come up over the slides and I will just show you. This was about the color references, and next we have the markers over here. So you can see this these are nothing but the markers. Okay, so this description I have given over here. So you can see that I have just made use of this circle marker over here. Okay, then we have V, so it gives you triangle down marker. Okay, so you can just write out this all things. So I will just go to next slide. So these are all the markers provided in the matplotlib library. So you can just see that one stands for, this is triangle down marker. Okay, so you will get a triangle shape as a marker. Then we have this small s as square marker over here. Then we have another this set of markers over here. So you can see that if you just type this small uh, letter h, okay, that is the in lowercase, so it will give you hexagon 1 marker, then hexagonal 2 marker. So these are all the markers provided over here. So I will just show you guys star marker over here. Okay, so you can just check all this out. So I will just come up over here and over my PyCharm over here. So suppose I give this asterisk over here. Okay, so those circle will be replaced by the asterisk markers. Okay, this way. Okay, so these are my markers. Okay, now if you just want to enlarge the size of this marker over here, because it is quite small, so if you want to change the size of this, so we have for another thing for over here is the marker size. So what I will simply do is I will just say marker size. All right, and over here suppose that I give it as 10. All right, and if I just run this thing over here, so you can see that the size has increased over here. So similarly you can just increase the size. So this is our marker size over here. Okay, So we saw that about the marker, then the marker size. All right. More to this, we even have now. Suppose that you want to just change the edge color for this. Okay, so edge means this the boundary. Okay, so we have for that is the marker edge color. So what I will simply do is I will just say marker edge color. All right, and suppose that I just say that this is suppose I will just take as red. Okay, so you can see over here that that edge, that boundary has changed to that color. Okay, that with respect to the marker. So we have this marker edge color. Now, so now if you just want to change the inside color of this marker, okay, that is this inside color, so that for that purpose we have marker face color. So what I will simply do over here is I will just say marker face color and say that I will just say that give it yellow. Why? Okay. So you can see that it has the inside color, it has filled color that thing with the yellow. Okay, so I will just repeat this thing once again. So I will just make it small. Okay, so we are studying about the marker over here. Okay, so first we studied about the color references. Okay, so color simply I have shown you what all references we have. Then we are studying about the marker, so it gives the marker over this way. Now if you want to change the size of that marker, okay, if you just want to enlarge the markers, you can just say that marker size. Then we have the marker edge color. Okay, so similarly edge means the boundary color, so that thing will be set up. And if you want to fill the color, if you want to change the color of that marker, you need to use marker face color over here. All right, so I think this is clear with this thing. All right, and similarly instead of writing this whole thing over here, we have a short form. So you can just say that for marker edge color you can say MEC. Okay, that will also work. That is MEC, marker edge color. And similarly for this you have mark MFC. Okay, so this is MFC. Okay, so this will also work. All right, so this is how this is all about the markers. Okay, so marker is nothing but that points, that plots. Okay, and if you just remove those things, so you will get the entire line over there. Okay, that line. Now moving on to next, what I want to just show you guys is about the line. We even have the line over here, the line style I mean to say. So suppose that I have a color this thing. Okay, and if I just say that style. So inside the quotation mark, this dash thing is there. Okay, I'm just forgot to give the delimiter, that's comma. Okay, so we have the line style over here as well. Okay, so if you just don't want the markers, you have the different line style over here. So the line style over here, so this is the default one. So if I just run this thing, so this is the default one that we were seeing this thing. Okay, we have dashed as well. Okay, so this is the another line style we have. Okay, the dashed one over here. Okay, similarly we have dash dot. Okay, so this will be dash dot dash dot. Okay, so dash dot dash dot. Okay, that way. We even have dotted one, so you need to give this particular symbol over there. Okay, so this is the dotted one, so you can see that I got this dotted lines line style over here. Okay, so this was about the line style that we have, and inside the PPT also you can just see this thing. So this was about the line styles which I just shown you guys with the practical implementation. So the solid one was the dash which we were using. Then we have dotted, which we then we have dashed, and then we have dash dot over here. All right. Moving on to next. Okay. So this was about the line style over here, and similarly, uh, like if I just don't mention, then I will get a default one, that is this dash line over here. Okay, I will get this thing. Now if you just want to enlarge this thing, okay, so like in case of marker we had the marker size. So similarly in case of line we have line width. All right, so I'm just going to say that line width is equal to say 10. Okay, and you can see that it will just enlarge that width. Okay, so this is about the line style over here. Now say for example, suppose I will just remove this thing. Okay, so this is my plot. Okay, this is my graph over here. All right, so we saw about the marker, we saw about the line style. Suppose that I can just say that inside my quotation mark, I can just say the this marker. So I'm just going to get those marker over here. So you can see that I'm getting only the marker. Okay, that line has gone. Okay, so this way also you can just put. And in order to just enlarge the size, what you can do is you can just say that marker size is equal to and say 10. All right, so this is how also you can just plot your graph. So say for example you don't want that line, you just want the marker over here. So now you can just visualize this thing. Okay, so this is at 10, 100, then 20, 200, then 30, 300, and 40, 400 over here. All right, so this way also you can just plot your graph. All right, and one more thing over here, I want to just let you guys know that you can just, we have a short form over here. So what you can do is you can just say marker, that is, suppose I give a circle, okay, marker, then I want this line and then I want red. All right. So this is the short form. So what has basically happened over here is that this, this circle, okay, this is our marker over here. Then the next is the line, okay. So this is our dotted line, okay, dotted line, and this is our R stands for red color. All right, so this is nothing but marker, line, and color reference, okay, that thing. So you can just specify this thing as well. This is the short form, okay, so you can use this thing as well. If I just want a star over here, so I can just simply say the asterisk symbol and let it be my blue, okay. So and I can just pass this as this, suppose this one, okay, fine. So this will also work over here, okay. So this is how you can just uh, there are the different ways by which you can just simply plot up your data, this styles and all the format. You can just format the line styles and the colors. That's it. The markers as well. All right. So this was all about this thing. Okay. I will just remove this thing as for now. So the next thing that I want to show you guys is say for example, um, I don't give this values. Okay. So I will just comment this thing. Okay. And suppose that I have only this thing. Okay. So and I will just remove this thing as well, okay, because I've just commented this thing. So I want to tell you guys over here is that suppose you just pass one set of values over here. So this particular set will be applied to the y-axis, okay, and over the x-axis it will take the default values starting from 0, okay, so 0, 1, 2, 3 likewise. So I will just say this as values, okay, so that because it's no more that thing, and I don't want you guys to confuse you guys. So you can see that I've just said that, so if you just pass a single values, a set of single values inside your plot, so this particular values will be plotted over your y-axis, and on the x-axis it will just take the default value starting from 0. So I will just run this thing. So you can see over here that when I just passed a single set of values over here, okay, so 10, 20, so it has just applied this thing over the y-axis over here. So this is 10, 20, 30, 40, and over the x-axis it has taken the default value that is starting from 0 as I said. So 0, 1, 2, 3, and likewise it will just go on, okay. So just make sure that this particular point, okay, so if you just pass a single set of values over here, so that values will be applied over the y-axis. All right, so this was thing about this thing. All right, um more to this, I want to let you guys know that suppose that you can even just plot multiple lines. So say for example, I will just say that let this be my value 1, okay, and I will just say that let it be my value 2, okay. And what I will do, I will just change up the value so that I will get some uh, a zigzag type of graph. So what I will simply do is I will just say that 2, all right. And similarly over here, what I will do is I will just say that 1, all right. So what I will simply do is I will just say uh, PLT plot value 1, okay. And I will just say PLT dot plot values 2. So now you can see that what it is happening over here is I'm passing only one set of values over here, okay. So you can see that I'm passing only a single set of values, okay, and I'm plotting two different multiple lines over here. So this values and this values both will be on the y-axis, okay, and on the x-axis it will take the default values, that is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I will just run this thing. So you can see over here that I got this plot over here. So this you can see that 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay, so you can see that is the first one. So 9. Okay, so 9 is over here. Okay, so this blue line over here is the first plot, and the orange one is for the uh, value 2 over here. So this 9 one is over here. Then it went to all down to the 6. Then it went to the 4 over here, and then 2 over here. Okay, and similarly for the value 2, that is the orange line you are having. So it is 11 up here. Then it went over here at 7. Then it went over this 5, and then it went towards this 1. Okay, so this is how you can just plot multiple plots, multiple lines over here. And if this is not visible to you, so you can just put the marker over here. So what you do, instead of your plot, you just say that let your marker be as we'll take first one as this one, and let's take this marker as asterisk. All right, and let's change the color as well. Okay, so what I will simply do is I will just say color is equal to, let this be my red, and let this be my green. Okay, so you can just identify that thing. So if I just run this thing, so you can see that I got this marker over here. Okay, so in the first one, that is our red. Okay, so this red you can see over here. So the values for red is, we know that it is 9, then we have the 6, then we have 4, then we have this 2. Okay, and for the second values we have this green color, that is the asterisk symbol over here. So it is 11, then 7, then we have 5 over here, then we have 1 over here at the last. Okay, so as I already told you guys, that if I just passing a single set of values over here, so this would be plotted over the y-axis. Okay, and on the x-axis it will take the default values, that is starting from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, likewise. So I hope that you are clear with this thing and all. So I will just do a quick recap over here. All right. So basically what we studied is that we just wanted to plot our data, okay, by making use of this matplotlib library. So what I've simply done is I've just imported this particular package, that is matplotlib, and inside this package, this plot is nothing but it is the sub module. Okay, and now we have seen that this what all methods this pyplot just provide us with. So it provides us with this, you can see this plot, then we have this show, then we have this X label, Y label, title. Okay, so these all methods are provided under this pyplot. So instead of just importing this matplotlib, the entire package, I have just imported a particular sub module, that is pyplot, which is a part of this matplotlib package. And what we have studied over here is that we seen that we can just plot our graph by mentioning the x values and the y values. So x values will be on the horizontal line, and y values would be on the vertical lines. Okay, and in order to just pass those values, you can either make use of this list. Okay, or you can simply, what you can do is you can just import the numpy arrays in order to just create the array. Okay, so those values also you can just put it in this way, and you can just plot up by using those arrays, and you are going to get the graph. All right. Then we saw that how you are going to give this X label, Y label, and the title. Okay, and this show is used to just display your graph. Then we even saw about what is marker. Okay, then what are the line styles, then respect to the what are the color references we are having. And we even saw that suppose that you only specify only the, one set of values. Okay, so that will be mentioned on the y-axis. Okay, and on the x-axis it will just take the default value starting from 0. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and it will just go on. We even saw that you can just plot multiple lines. Okay, so you can see that I'm just writing this plt plot 2 times because I want to plot 2 lines. Okay, and similarly I'm just passing one set of values. So this particular values will be over the over the y-axis. Okay, so it will be over the y-axis over here, and on the x-axis it will just take the default values, that is 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we'll just stop it for here. Okay, I'm just going to drive a bit more into this particular library in our next further coming tutorial. So I hope you are clear with this thing. So if you just like this video, so hit the like button and do subscribe to our channel, and see you in the next video.